Howdy guys, how's it going? So it is time for another comparison, another versus video, because all you guys said you wanted me to continue this little series now that, we've covered all the blueprints to Season 5, so we ain't going to be doing none of that until the new season drops. We've already got the best class setups out of the way for the new weapons that have come out up to this point. So in this one, we're going to be comparing the RAM-7 and the Grau. Two very different ARs. In fact, the RAM-7 is a bullpup style AR, but they're relatively similar in stats. So whenever we hop in and look at it and comparing the two, when we go down, the Grau has a slight increase in range, but a little bit slower fire rate, and then it says less control. But I mean, the Grau and the RAM are still, they're both very accurate ARs, like in terms of recoil management and being able to control and have good accuracy. Just stock, they're both very great. They both are firing, 5.56 ammunition. One of the interesting things to me is the fact that the RAM-7 and the Grau have basically the exact same mobility. I mean, you'll notice just frog hairs decrease in mobility with the Grau, but it's not noticeable whatsoever in game. And you would think that since the RAM-7 is that bullpup style AR, that you would have a little bit better mobility stock. We're going to be using the same attachments on both weapons. We got the monolithic suppressor, Merc foregrip, 50 round mags, and see with the RAM, the 50 round mags attachment is the only ammo attachment that it's the only ammo attachment there is. So we're going to be throwing the 50 rounds on the Grau as well. We got tack laser and stippled grip tape. And then just to show you guys what we got on the Grau, same thing, monolithic, Merc, 50 round mags, XRK void, which is just kind of a specific stippled grip tape option to the Grau, and the tack laser. So hopping into a custom match, we are playing against bots. Like I said, that's just so that we can see the weapons, we compare them. It's not about like how well we do with them. It's just about being able to really compare, the kill time and just how the weapons play out without having to worry about any connectivity in terms of internet connectivity negatively affecting what we're trying to accomplish right here. So now, when the Grau dropped, it was one of the most OP weapons in the game, but that was followed not long after. Well, I don't know, the Grau was out for quite a while, and I think that was the main thing, because it just blew up in the professional scene, and just everybody and their brother was using it. And the longest barrel, the Archangel barrel attachment, it was kind of broken in all honesty, and was what really led to the gun being so OP. Because there was just no visible accurate, there was just no recoil, and it had such phenomenal range. Throw the 60 round mag on there. You can throw just a new 60 round mag in stock without a lot of time. So you had really good reload speed, and it was just a phenomenal gun all around. But then it got nerfed, and everybody just kind of dropped off the map using it, because it was just such a steep contrast from what it was before to what it was after the nerf. But it's still a great gun. Like I said, it's very comparable to the RAM-7. I just feel like most people stopped using it for the sheer fact that, well, now it's not OP. Let's just move on to the new weapons, and that's fine. But I still feel like it's still a great option and a fun gun to use in game. And after messing around with some guns here since we've passed, Season 5 Battle Pass, I just been messing around with different guns and stuff, and trying to decide which one I want to get Obsidian for next. And then after doing that first video, comparing the CR56 to AN94, I thought this would be a really, really good next comparison, next versus video. So, we're shutting people down on, I probably should count how many bullets it's taken to get people, but we've got a number of kills already with the Grau. Let's go over here and see if we can whack this guy. The bots are on regular difficulty just because I really didn't want my friendly bots just dicking down the other team super fast like we run into in that one game. Yeah, kill me real quick, but god dang it, I can't even run in and kamikaze these guys. So let's just take and cook a grenade and kill ourselves. Might even take out a bot right here with a grenade around the corner. Oh, and no cigar, mate. I'd say the RAM-7 is going to be your better option now, because it's like, even going off the stats themselves, the RAM-7 seems to be noticeably better in game and just shuts people down just a wee bit faster. And I feel like it's a little bit better accurate. It's more accurate. Sorry guys, I just woke up. My English is it's not going to be with me. Although I do wish you could you had a 60 round mag option for the RAM instead of just a 50, because it is always a big advantage just to have that extra 10 rounds, because you can easily in regular multiplayer, kill a player within that 10 round just with those 10 extra rounds. Like right now, I'm going to take and try to get some burst shots on these guys. So that right there, that was an assist. God dang it, teammates. You got to quit being out here getting that Navy SEAL Team 6 on my back. It's like I need to go out here and lone wolf this stuff. And next time, I should probably just turn the friendly bots off, honestly. So that'll be what we do. Like I said, this is a learning process. This is just kind of off the cuff. Right there. So yeah, it doesn't like these things shut people down right quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if you're trying to choose between the RAM-7 and the Grau right now for Warzone for whatever reason, would definitely recommend going with the RAM-7 over the Grau, because it's still, like I said, still great gun, still fun to use, but overall there's just way more guns that are more OP at the moment. And just will really increase your odds of pulling out one of those nice victories. So we got 25 rounds in. And so, yeah, we're going to call it 3 to 4 shots, shuts people down up close and personal. There's no really way I can benchmark this at any longer ranges, because these guys are going to be getting shut down by my friendly bots. I would really love for some of these to have people come in custom games so that we could take and like stage different distances so we can really get an accurate shot count and stuff. So that's something I might do in the future. We'll see, like how these versus videos really, poll with you guys, and if you really continue to like to see the comparisons between some of the really hard hitting weapons. I am going to do a comparison between the Fin and a couple other weapons coming up. I just wanted to get this one out of the way because I thought it was a really interesting comparison, because just because of the Grau's history and the fact that the RAM-7 seems to be one of those guns that's really good that just flies under most people's radar for whatever reason. I think it's just not really talked about that much. It's not really highlighted. But just take the time. If you've done the camo grind, then you've obviously used it and you know how good it is. It's one of those things where you're not going to be writing home about it. You're not going to be shouting its name from the rooftop, but you can easily outgun a lot of weapons with the RAM-7, and it's one of the most versatile, in my opinion, within the AR class because of how well it plays up close and personal. It's got a very nifty fire rate, and with the attachment options that are on it, you can really set it up for aggressive gameplay. I mean, that's basically what we've got right here. These two class setups where they're identical. I wanted to just have them, be the same for comparison's sake, but they're set up, geared towards playing on in regular multiplayer as we are right now on Shoot House. And I found out yesterday that Shoot the Ship is supposed to be up for about a month, I do believe, 3-4 weeks. So that's awesome. Make sure you take advantage of it while you got it. If there's any guns you want to get Obsidian, do it now, because if they're hitting us with a month-long Shoot the Ship playlist after they take it down, I feel like they're not going to bring it back for a while, unfortunately. But knowing that we're going to have a nice long streak of it's going to be great for anybody that's trying to grind, get Damascus, get Obsidian, or even just get Platinum for one of your favorite weapon groups. So just make sure you take advantage of it and don't dilly-dally. Okay, so now we're going to pop a few more kills to this. We'll pull the RAM-7 back out. So like I said, having the tac laser on this gun and on both weapons really lends to it just, having just the laser beam accuracy that follows that nice green laser trail. So let's take and switch back over to the RAM-7. Got the bot right there running the RAM-7 as well. They didn't really have any attachments on there. So yeah, really good fire rate. It's kind of funny that the fire rate difference that's showed within the stat menu, because it doesn't really make itself known whenever you're in the game, and I can't really tell much of a difference in the kill time other than the RAM-7 seems to have a slightly better kill time, and I find that I can get headshots a little bit more frequently with the RAM-7, and the RAM-7, I love just saying the RAM-7 over and over again, but it has better iron sights too. I really love that fluorescent green front sight right there. It just lends a lot better sight picture than the Grau. So if you're somebody that likes to run iron sights such as myself, the RAM is going to be it gets a check in that box over the Grau. So the game is going to be coming to a close right here, and I want you guys too to hit me up in the comments and let me know some of the specific areas you want me to touch on whenever I'm comparing certain weapons, because I'm going into this just kind of touching on what to me seems like to be the key points, at least at face value. In terms of touching over the stat menu, keeping the attachments relatively the same, unless I'm going to be comparing weapons that are so different I have to run different attachments just to kind of balance them out and get them on somewhat more of a level playing field. Because if I'm comparing weapons that are especially in different weapon groups, like let's say I decide to compare a sub to an AR, I'm going to kind of have to tweak the attachments in one way or the other on one side or the other, just so that it's not like just a completely retarded comparison and there's nothing to really compare it to. Because if they're completely different, it's like if you're trying to, you know, play with a marksman rifle in close proximity in CQB situations, and then, you know, you're comparing it with a sub, then it's obvious which one's going to come out on top right there. But with this is like kind of these class setups for the Grau and the RAM that I've got in this video are great for, you know, you short to medium range engagements. You could push out further if you really had to. Like the accuracy on this, just shoot me in the back, spawn behind me. But I thought his name was Anal for a minute, and it's Amaral. There we go, English. I can read, I swear. So yeah, like you can still mount up, shoot people down at distance. That guy right there, I mean, these things are a laser without even having to mount. So I mean, you could do it freestanding, but you know, just mount whenever you do have the option to do so, because it does help, and it will probably lend to you winning most of the gunfights. Plus, it makes you a wee bit harder to hit, because whenever you mount it up, there's less of your physical body's real estate just hanging and dangling out in the open for people to shoot. So I did also try these class setups for these two weapons. I've been messing around with, like I said, in regular multiplayer. So this is not just a blind custom game with bots test and comparison. So I did mess around with them, and that's what really led to me choosing these attachments as well for this video. So if anything, you know, if you're just looking to pass some time today, I know that hurricane's coming up, and it's supposed to, like, storm, not the hurricane itself, because like where I'm at in Virginia, we're just going to be getting some thunders, like some light thunderstorms compared to like what a lot of people are unfortunately experiencing at the moment. But I'm just going to be inside chilling and you know, grinding some guns, because I think I'm going to try to get the AN-94 Obsidian, because after looking at it with Obsidian and the fact that the AN's, you know, it's a really fun gun to use. You got the tracer rounds, and I think having can I go up some stairs? Jesus Christ. I think having those white tracer rounds coming out of an Obsidian AN-94 would just be very, very physically, like, you know, aesthetically pleasing and just look dope. So I want to be grinding towards that, messing around with that a wee bit, probably hopping into some Warzone, because my connectivity has been a lot better here recently in terms of my connection to the Modern Warfare servers. So that's great. I'm assuming they might have upgraded or done something on their end. But yeah, guys, there you go. That is the comparison between the RAM-7 and the Grau. I think the RAM does come out on top, but just ever so slightly. I mean, as you can see right here in the final kill cam, we got, like I said, these are bots, not, you know, nothing fancy. Like the gameplay and the performance is not the point of these videos whatsoever. It's just comparing the two weapons and seeing how they run and gun against each other. So both are still, you know, great options. They're very similar in terms of their in-game performance, but if you're looking to go for one or the other, and in terms of performance, then go with the RAM-7. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Hit me up in the comments. Be sure to hit me up in the comments. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share your friends. And until the next one, adios.